Concrete is the #1 material used by man. The only thing we use more is water, which is one of the main ingredients in concrete, along with sand, stone, and cement, which makes it dirt cheap. The good thing about concrete is in compression, it's extremely strong, which makes it a good material for us to use. However, as soon as we put it in tension, so by pulling it, twisting it, or bending it, it can crack and fall apart. So we need to overcome this problem. One of the ways we do this is by introducing reinforcing steel inside of our concrete. Now, naturally, the reinforcing steel in concrete is quite happy. It's what we call passive, so it corrodes very, very slowly. However, given the right set of circumstances, it can go into active corrosion. Now, when active corrosion initiates, the corrosion products of the steel can go to 2 to 6 times the size of the actual steel itself. This puts a stress on the concrete, and then it cracks and falls apart. So when you're driving under the Gardiner Expressway, worrying that concrete is going to fall on your head, this is what's happening. Now, you might ask, why does this happen? What environment causes the concrete to do this? Well, when we add chlorides in the form of anti-icing agents or salts on our roads to make them safe to drive on, these chlorides go through the concrete and attack our bars. This starts the act of corrosion, which is where my research comes in. So we use 5 million tons of de-icing salts per year. That's 25 million salt shakers worth of salt. We also use other things instead of just table salt, sodium chloride. We also use magnesium chloride and calcium chloride. So I specifically look at which of these things does the most amount of damage. When I first saw specimens like this, I thought this looks like dynamite from Wile E. Coyote. But in actuality, the reinforcing steel in concrete acts as an electrical system. So I can send signals to the electrical signals to the bars, get the return signal, and determine how fast are these bars corroding. One of the ways I do this, you can see in the top right, is by actually putting bars in concrete. Another method I use is by putting bars in pore solution. Now this is synthetic and represents what it's like to be inside of concrete. I can then have better control over what I put inside the solution to determine what are the thresholds that cause corrosion. Finally, I expose different types of steels to these different salt solutions to determine how fast they're corroding or degrading. Now, you might be asking, well, what can I do about this? How does this really affect us? Well, from my research, I've found that sodium chloride does the least amount of damage in the long term. Now, in a society where we consider safety as paramount, meaning we have to put de-icers on our roads, but durability of our infrastructure is also of importance to us, we need to minimize the amount of damage that we're sustaining. So I encourage you to talk to your local municipalities about using sodium chloride rather than the calcium or magnesium chloride, which are significantly more damaging to both the concrete and the rebar. Thank you very much for your time.